Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. There's so much happening. It's mind-blowing. I can't make this up. Let's begin right here. This is from cryptoglobe.com. And it's titled XRP, Japanese Financial Giant, plans to use Ripple's XRP powered on-demand liquidity. But of course, we know who they're talking about. But they're making a push now. Let's read this little tidbit. It says, in a recent webinar, SBI, they already let us know before. And also SBI said the entirety of Japan would run on-demand liquidity. Did you see the problems Japan just had, right? They avoided a few things with adjusting certain mechanisms within their financial system, which if they did not would have been a global shockwave. By the way, this is why they need the new financial system. But let's keep going here. It says the cryptocurrency exchange arm of Japan's financial giant SBI Group reportedly unveiled its plans for Ripple's on-demand liquidity product in Japan. We've known they've been in love with on-demand liquidity for some time, but now they're letting people know, hey, we're close to deploying. We're close to launch. We're ready to use it now. That's the difference. It's almost time. The company intends to use XRP for cross-border payments. What's that going to do to the price? Did you look at SBI financials? I know we looked at them a long time ago, but we haven't done it in quite some time. Look them up, save them, highlight those numbers. You tell me what's it going to do to that price once they start using it. And if they're going to begin using it, you know, other companies will as well. You need multiple companies and interoperability to use this system, correct? Oh, there's a flood coming. The company intends to use XRP for cross-border payments, according to an article by Albert Brown for the Crypto Basic published earlier today. The webinar held on July 28th, 2023. So this is recent. Featured, I have to clarify that because some people may say, well, we heard this before. No, this is from July 28th. It says featured Emi Yoshikawa, Ripple's Vice President of Strategy and Operations, and Tomohiko Kondo, the Representative Director and President of SBI VC Trade. The main focus of the discussion was the recent court ruling in the Ripple case and the potential uses for XRP. The webinar also explored the future opportunities for XRP and Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution, as well as initiatives from the SBI Group. Lots of money is exactly what that means to me. Following the webinar, Kondo shared a slide on Twitter that outlined, this is on Twitter. Did you guys get that? Did you screenshot these things? I did not know. I haven't been heavy on Twitter, as of recent. So following the webinar, Kondo shared a slide on Twitter that outlined SBI's plans for using XRP and ODL in Japan. Wow. I would love to see that. I'm going to have to look it up now to see to take a gander for myself. The slide revealed that SBI VC Trade would be responsible for transmitting XRP as Ripple's exchange partner for on-demand liquidity in Japan. Oh, I see. Oh, I like this. Okay, so they're positioning. I see now. They're positioning themselves to have a lot of that capital flow through their mechanisms by way of XRP. Okay. They're going to be responsible for transmitting XRP as Ripple's exchange partner for on-demand liquidity in Japan. Look how that's phrased. This is according to the plan, Japanese customers who wish to make domestic remittances or remittances to other countries like the Philippines would use a local payment company such as SBI Remit or AsiaNet to initiate the transfer. The funds sent in Japanese yen would then be transferred to SBI VC Trade through its newly introduced multi-tenant system for on-demand liquidity. SBI VC Trade would then convert the yen to XRP on the XRP ledger and reconvert it from XRP to the recipient's local currency. Now, I would like to know, and listen, there's a lot of layering that can go on. There's a lot of additional mechanisms that can be added. How fast is all of this occurring? That's what I would like to know. Is it fast enough to where it negates any type of volatility, but yet it's inevitable that it affects the price? See, now that's where we need to get to that point there. That's where we become pretty much invincible, and the world literally needs the new financial system. Don't get me wrong. It's like they need the new financial system, but the percentage is at like 96%. They can still sort of rely on alternatives as a crutch. You get what I'm saying? But when you get to that 99%, I want to say 100%, that 99% need, literal need, like this life or death, for these companies is when all of volatility and excuses for negating the system or circumventing the system has been eradicated. That's the way I look at it, right? So we need to get close to that where if you're sending these particular amounts in any of these bank coins, it's instantaneous. I'm not talking 3 to 5 seconds, near instant. No, not near instant. That's great. It's a starting point. Instant. Almost no volatility to no volatility, but because they're still in use, and those tokens for that particular time are taken out of circulation, it's still going to affect that price. You get what I'm saying? So everybody wins when we get to that point. That's the way that I see it, unless you can explain it differently to me. It says for recipients in the Philippines, SBI VC trade would convert, from XRP to the Philippine peso using coins.ph, a Philippine-based crypto exchange, to facilitate the payout to the recipient. We're just going to read this a little bit more, all right? And then if you want to read the rest of this, you can go to cryptoglobe.com. This development further strengthens the relationship between Ripple and SBI Group, which have been working together to leverage XRP, the XRP on-demand liquidity for remittances in Japan. We're going to stop there. They have some more things here, but we're going to stop there. We have more articles to get through. How's it feel to win so much? I mean, you're the winner, right? Oh, man. And I haven't forgotten, one of our esteemed members, Lynn, asked a question in the comment section the other day, which I'm going to answer, but I'm going to answer that in the members only video that I'm putting together, okay? I'll probably release that either later today or tomorrow morning. So now, this article is from cryptoglobe.com. Once again, they're on fire. Okay, they're doing a good job. It's titled, Ripple's CBDC platform powers Fubon Bank's real estate tokenization pilot. Now, just from that title alone, they're going to need liquidity. Have you seen what's going on with real estate? Not just in the United States, but globally, they're going to need liquidity. But let's keep going here. Let's read this little tidbit, because all of this is great activity right now. I can't believe how much activity is taking place. I'm satisfied. It says Fubon Bank, the Hong Kong subsidiary of Taiwan's Fubon Financial Holdings company, has reportedly announced its intention to launch a pilot program for real estate tokenization. The program is expected to begin in the third quarter of 2023 and will utilize Ripple's central bank digital currency platform. According to a report, now this is just where they're beginning. Keep in mind that a lot of things will begin where they're running across the XRPL, which still is going to have an effect on XRP. But XRP can come in later as far as on-demand liquidity. It can be employed with its various mechanisms later on, like payment channels and such. It's the best thing that Ripple has to offer. It's the best thing that the XRPL has to offer. So let them get a start. Let them get used to using these particular offerings in their infancy. And it grows. That's why we keep up with these types of things, okay? So according to the report published earlier today by Lili Jima, for the Crypto Basic, the bank's executive president and chief strategy officer, Xu Luosheng, shared the details of the initiative. The program's first phase will see Fubon Bank issuing loans in digital Hong Kong dollars, Yuan. The program's, Dajahao everyone, by the way, the program's first phase will see Fubon Bank issuing loans in digital Hong Kong dollars. The bank will convert the traditional Hong Kong dollar into a digital version at 1-to-1 exchange rate for testing purposes. These digital dollars, or EKHD, will then be issued to customers as loans. Customers will be able to monitor the real-time loan-to-value ratio via their EKHD wallets. Look how advanced everything is becoming. The program's second phase will allow customers to use their digital Hong Kong dollars to invest in real estate. Luo Sheng, my apologies, also mentioned the possibility of partnering with real estate companies to accept EKHD as a payment method, further promoting the use of the digital currency. As Jima's report pointed out, the pilot program does not involve the actual issuance of digital Hong Kong dollars. Like I said, this is initiatory. This is in its infancy, right? It will grow. So allow it the time to do such. It says, instead, when I'm looking at these things, we have to see these things with a visionary's eye, especially if you're in this long term. see where they begin, and use cause and effect and deductive reasoning to assess for yourself where they can go. That's how I look at it. Instead, it's part of Hong Kong's new EKHD pilot program. Ripple and Fubon Bank joined forces in May as part of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority's EKHD pilot program. The two entities will work together on real estate tokenization using EKHD. Now, they have a lot more here. They even have a tweet from Anthony Welfare, but we're going to leave that off right there. Once again, that's on the cryptoglobe.com. They're doing a great job. Check them out. Give them some traffic. It'll incentivize them to continue writing these great articles, okay? All right. So now, I hope you all are having a fantastic Saturday, by the way. I hope you're doing great. All right. Hope you're getting the proper rest, relaxation, having a little bit of happiness and joy throughout the day. And I hope everyone around you is showing you love. All right. That's how I personally feel. This is on today. It just keeps coming. The news just keeps coming. Look how rapidly everything is speeding up. It's titled Ripple's New Partnership. All right. To help enhance payments globally. White paper published. All right. Let's see. What's this new partnership they're talking about? It says in a recent X post, the Ripple fintech giant. Oh, this is okay. I have to get used to that. So they mean Twitter. I have to get used to that whole X thing. X post, the Ripple fintech giant announced a recent partnership with the Faster Payments Council and released a white paper to explain how Ripple, using crypto, intends to transform the way money moves around not only the US, but globally as well. The implications of that are mind-blowing. Teasing the white paper, Ripple tweeted that global leaders of the payments industry are, quote, dissatisfied with legacy rails for cross-border payments, unquote. Now, they're saying this while FedNow is out. You see, it's not just the systems. A lot of institutions are tired of the ones who run the systems, the limitations of such, the limitations on how they can utilize capital, make capital. And here's the kicker. They're going to be tightening and choking the banking industry more. You see how they're having a lot of these capital constraints now and requirements that they have to hold. The banks don't like that. They don't like that, right? Because it puts a limitation on what they can do and how they can play with capital and money. And, the Fed already has done many detrimental things to the industry. You know that. Look at the losses in bonds. It's disgusting, right? So anyway, so they have disdain not only for the system. Systems can be okay. FedNow is just Zelle on steroids. We know that. It's okay. You better not send money to the wrong place or you're in trouble, right? With those types of that's electronic money, not digital. Digital are the bank coins, right? There's a difference. The Bank of International Settlements distinguished between electronic money and digital money, right? So that's already established. What they want is the digital money, the bank coins, the new financial system where banks can breathe. That's why Ripple can come out and say this right now, even though FedNow has deployed, right? All right, now let's keep going. It says the report referred to by Ripple as a, quote, white paper explains how leading payments providers expect the crypto and blockchain industry to transform technologies used for payments these days. Right? Let's scroll down here. So the report stated that the creation of cryptocurrencies and their growth in the marketplace is now, quote, exciting for the future of payments. Ripple and Faster Payments Council have conducted a survey in which more than 300 leaders of the payments industry took part. Analysts, directors, VPs, and C-level executives. Money, 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 money. They come from all levels of the industry. Banking, retail, fintech, even media and entertainment. They made sure that they left no stone unturned. And that's what I like in a company. Be hungry, cover all your bases, and make sure that you have the absolutely best product on the market so we can bring in that money. That bank money. It says from a total of 45 countries, scattered from around the world. Yeah, I bet this is very, very strategic. Says here, most attractive feature of crypto for payments. The report stressed that even though trillions of US dollars continue to be sent around the world using, quote, antiquated and costly payment systems. Let me stop there. If the old system is moving trillions and we're here to replace it, then we are also trying and attempting to move trillions. Even if we took a modicum of those trillions, the price is not going to be where it is today in the future. It cannot. It's not possible, right? Which is another thing I'm going to cover a little bit in the members only video. We have to go over some stuff. It says a total of 97% of respondents reckon that blockchain and crypto are able to significantly transform the industry of payments during the next 3 years, especially cross-border ones. We will transform all payments from XLM for the retail and base level of the new financial system to XRP at the top to Quant Overledger, connecting everything, which, by the way, Quant's price was looking beautiful, wasn't it? It went up. It was consolidating from 102, 103, 104. Then one day it did shoot to 107. I saw that. Then it came down to 105, 104, 103 again. Now it's up to 110. And you look at that consolidation for Quant. Let me just freestyle a little bit here. Quant is set for an explosion. I don't know when, but that is massive consolidation. But anyway, but Quant for Overledger gluing everything together. Algorand as the most balanced blockchain bank coin, where it covers everything from the medical industry to the big banks to real estate to gaming. I mean, listen, people grossly underestimate Algorand. It's going to go nuts. This is how I know a lot of people didn't live through that last true bull run, where Algorand went parabolic like 4 different times. I mean, boom, then it come down, people are selling, boom, and it go up, and then people are selling, and then boom. Remember how low it was when we got in? Imagine what it's going to do next time. They've done nothing but dominate and build, and that's just what we see on the surface. They're doing a ton of things behind the scenes they haven't even announced yet, and they're just waiting quietly to just go nuts. Anyway, my personal opinion from what I'm observing. So now let's continue on here. It says more than 50% of the people who participated in the survey believe that the majority of merchants will start to accept crypto within 1 or 3 coming years. So there's that timeline again. Right? We were off some years from the Bank of International Settlements timeline, which will leave 3 years left off their timeline. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last year, Ripple said 4. So now by this time, there's only 3 left. So we keep getting that number 3. MiCA legislation rolls out. They said, I think they said the end of next year in Europe at the end of 2024. Correct? I mean, everything is moving very fast. So you have that 3-year timeline again. I can't wait. I'll tell you right now. So I hope it happens faster, but let them set up the infrastructures, do it right, and bring that bank money right to us. Ripple is already known to transform the cross-border payment sphere with its on-demand liquidity technology. That we know. We're going to leave off there. Once again, that's on u.today. Let's move on to the next article here. So this article is from the cryptobasic.com, and it is titled 30 countries, over 15% of nations in the world may use Ripple CBDC platform. They're not hearing us. There's nothing you can do. This is how you know XRP is not for retail. It's not meant for retail. We just happen to be here. We're a very special group of people. You're very special because the people will see this and it just goes over their minds. They just don't care. They will not. That's on them. Let those banks come in, right? Little by little or a lot all at once. It makes no difference. When the banks get involved, it will move that price, right? They're moving trillions per month. Don't worry. We're going to go over that in the members only video. It says the vice president of central bank engagements and CBDCs, because there's certain connections we're going to have to make. Trust me, it's eye-opening if you don't already know. The vice president of central bank engagements and CBDCs at Ripple, James Wallace, recently disclosed that Ripple has ongoing conversations with over 30 countries to adopt its CBDC platform. Wait, stop there. I want to put something in there that might be unique to this. We know there's a cadre, a myriad of countries that are probably going to be using XRP. Let's just say XRP. Come on now. CBDC platform. No, they're going to be using XRP. It's the way that they can do everything they couldn't do before. XRP is the superhero of cryptos, along with XLM, along with Quant and Algorand and the other bank coins. So let's just put that out there. And but here's what they're not saying. Along with the central banks, along with the commercial banks, and all the other little sectors, real estate and all that stuff like that. That money is good too, but it's just cute in comparison. Here's what they're not saying. And I covered this in a members only video a while ago. Militaries around the world who have been misappropriating funds, right? You saw they lost trillions last year, right? When anytime the United States military entity, and I'm saying that in that way, in particular, so I don't get into trouble, all right? Because you can get into trouble. But they lost trillions last year. Every time they're audited, they've lost billions or trillions, right? And obviously someone is asking questions. Hey, why'd you lose trillions? Where did it go? They want traceability on those funds, which means what? They're going to have documents on chain. That's number one. They will employ, I think, a specialized smart contract. They will be moving that money across a private ledger. But with XRP and a lot of the other bank coins, you're still going to have to use the same tokens. It's just that they're going to be in a closed ecosystem. I'm all for it. Take those tokens, take a few billion and put them on the private chain. That makes it even more rare on the market, which raises the price. Theoretically speaking, it's not financial advice. It's not a guarantee. This is what I see. They're going to trace that money. They want to know where it's going. That's trillions more flowing across chain, private or not. It's the same XRP. David Schwartz already said that. So you're going to have militaries around the world sending trillions, possibly, across these distributed ledger technologies. They want to know who's funding who, what's going where. Just throwing it out there. There's a reason they keep on putting information out on those audits. You haven't seen that? All right. So now let's continue on. It says in a recent interview, we read that part. Renowned XRP influencer Darren shared a snippet of the interview with the crypto community. In the clip, Wallace revealed that Ripple is actively conversing with over 30 countries to adopt its CBDC platform. The tsunami is coming. That's how I feel. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just speaking my mind, honestly. There are 195, and this is where they're beginning. There's 195 countries in the world. James says 5 announced, 5 not announced, conversations with 20 more. Why the intricacies, right? Now, the intricacies would be this. I'm trying to give like unique thoughts. One is the military funding. That's number one. Number two, payroll. They want to know everything that their employees are doing. Specialized accounts for government employees as well, right? I could go a little deeper into that, but let's just say they want to know that you're not doing insider trading and all that type of stuff like that. Like now how they have it in the United States where certain politicians will not be able to, I think own stock or crypto, something like that. I don't keep up with these politicians too much, but it's something like that. They can have specialized accounts where that money is deployed to. And of course, with CBDCs, I do think that government employees will be subject to a little bit more stringent rules when it comes to how they utilize their capital. As you can see, they can't own stock in crypto. That's what they're trying to do now. I don't know if they passed that already, but they will want traceability to ensure that. That takes a lot of customization, right? This goes way deeper than what people are looking at. So when we're thinking about this, sure, we're thinking about interbank payments. That's trillions a day, interbank payments. We could take a little piece of that trillions and it will boom. We would experience an explosion. But you have to think payroll, traceability, which is one of the reasons why they would have payroll moving across the new financial system. Traceability, smart contracts, right? Who's donating to who politically? They want to know that as well. Yeah. There's a lot that's going into this. There's a lot of capital, a lot of value to flow out there. It says, if the conversations turn into signed deals, that is 30 out of 195 countries. And this is where they're beginning, once again, I reiterate, not where they're going to end. And these 30, as they begin, we see Palau has already begun. They're just proof to other countries as to why they should get involved. This is going to be much bigger than what people anticipate. Take a little time, but things are looking extremely good, in my humble opinion. Over 15% of countries worldwide may use Ripple CBDC solution. And I said this before, Ripple is the most trusted at this particular time. Algorand's in there, Stellar is in there. They all serve different purposes. They're all one in purpose. The new financial system. They're dominating, taking over, just like you are. It's like, I know you're doing good. I know you're killing it out there. Dominating, healthy. At least that's what I expect you to be. I know you're the best. My personal opinion. So keep being the best. Keep being strong, ferocious, right? Keep winning. It's what we do. Keep winning. Keep your head forward. Keep your chin up. Keep your eyes towards the light and keep winning. It's what you do best, champ. Yeah. That's how we do here. We build each other up. Champ. That's why we call each other champ. You're the champion. Yeah, that's right. Let's move to this next article, champ. All right. So this article here is titled, is from CoinMarketCap and is titled, Traders Remain Interested in XRP Despite Recent Price Pullbacks. That's no surprise considering all the news we've just covered, right? I mean, we have so much more, but I may save those other articles for the members only video because I want to keep this video a little shorter today. It says Ripple's XRP remains an attractive digital asset to crypto investors despite recent price pullback. Well, people know that what they saw is just an appetizer. That little spike in price is nothing. The banks didn't even step in yet. We saw that little spike in price and everybody was very happy. It's very exciting for me as well. But I know the entirety of that time, this is nothing. Nothing. Just wait. And everyone knows that. Just wait until they flip the switch. And then you'll see. You remember, listen. Some of us have been around for quite some time. Remember where Amazon began? Remember that? Where Amazon stock was in the toilet? Remember that? Now think about Amazon as peak. They're nothing compared to XRP. Nothing. You're talking about a company is needed by people. We're talking about an asset that's needed by central banks, interbank payments, trillions of dollars. That's what we're talking, to put it in perspective. So now, it says information from Kaiko, the market data platform, shows that the perpetual futures volume to open interest ratio remains above average on most exchanges. That is a signal for sustained interest among speculators in the crypto market. All right, we're going to leave that one off there. And I just want to show that the old financial system is on fire and they don't know how to put it out. And for all intents and purposes, I agree with the members only section that they are probably trying to collapse the old financial system, the legacy financial system, in order to bring in the new financial system. If they were not, then why would they be taking this particular course? There's no way I would think that these people are just that ignorant. There's no way, right? This is from the dailyhodl.com, just to put a little bit of substance to what I'm saying. It says U.S. debt explodes by $392 billion in 30 days. 30 days. As Cato Institute warns. How many institutions have to issue warnings? How many top economists have to issue warnings? We've covered a bevy of them, have we not? It says warns unsustainable spending. They're spending like it's no tomorrow. I knew this was going to happen. When they removed the cap off the debt limit, I said, well, where's this going to lead? You're going to destroy the economy. It cannot bear this kind of debt. They have no solution. They just keep spending money. So this is why I'm saying that I agree with the members only section. That's probably on purpose at this time. Nothing else makes sense. But let's keep going. It says unsustainable spending, hindering national security. Here's the craziest part. Other countries have been speaking on the U.S. debt, issuing warnings as well, saying, hey, listen, you get too much debt. We don't know if we can still deal with you in the same capacity. I mean, we covered those articles, so you saw them for yourself, right? So let's scroll down here. It's bad when other countries have to give you a warning. Come on now. It says, the U.S. national debt is growing at an unrelenting pace. New numbers from the government fiscal data system show that on July 27th, the country's total public debt hit $32 trillion. I'm rounding off. $32 trillion is very close to 33, by the way. That's an increase of $392 billion in the last month. That's mind-blowing. The system is going down. Do you remember that song? It's going down, down in an earlier round. The system is going down, swinging. Do you remember that? I'm the only one who knows that song. Come on now. You got to have a little fun. I make my own fun. You can't blame me, right? It says, so that's an increase of $392 billion in the last month, an increase of $66 billion in the last week alone. The surge has brought America's quarterly interest payments on its debt to nearly $1 trillion. New financial system coming in hot. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, which is the most reputable one, they keep up with all the data with the Fed system. The new data comes amid a warning on America's financial outlook from Cato Institute. The libertarian think tank says, why do they put these political titles on them? I just want to, if they're reputable, if they're the best of the best, that's all I want to know is what data do they have to offer? Anyway, there's a lot of these entities are so stuck on this political stuff. Like, I just need the data. Just give me raw data. That's it. I'll make up my own mind as to whether I agree with the data or not. And I'm going to get data from a multitude of sources, right? Sort of like getting a word from multiple doctors before you make a decision. Says the country's ever-expanding debt is now an issue of national security. Quote, delaying responsible fiscal reforms in the face of growing federal debt invites economic and national decline. This is what we've been trying to tell people. This is why we've been covering the debt for about the last year or so. High and rising U.S. federal debt leads to suppressed private investment, reduced incomes, and increased risk of a sudden fiscal crisis. Now, with them knowing that, you tell me why they would be heading in this direction. New financial system is a coming, and the trillions will flow. Oh, like I just threw that in there. I don't know. I'm freestyling, but it's true. They could have handed us the trillions. They're so silly. New 1% like Kai and a lot of the other people saying in the comment section. Quote, delaying responsible fiscal reforms in the face of growing federal debt invites economic and national decline. High and rising. Okay, so we read that part. A weaker economy and growing concerns by international bondholders of U.S. treasuries about the government's ability and willingness to service its debt. I'm pausing for impact. You see where this is going. It's not good. Without resorting to high inflation, will drive up interest costs and eventually impact America's international standing negatively. Hence what I was saying before. We read those articles before where other countries were warning the U.S. And once again, it's bad if other countries have to warn you. So now I have to go and make the members only video. Now that you have that information, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm going to do about it? I appreciate every single one of you out there. So until next time, let's get to the money.